Hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Manufactio. Today we're going to do episode number 27. In the last episode we built the precision assembler, and between episodes I went ahead and changed those out for the elite motors, which I can currently craft, and they're pretty simple as far as parts. Of the titanium alamide, we were kind of waiting on that to happen so that we could do this, but I did go ahead and shut it off so we could see the difference. It is considerably faster now, so definitely worth putting in that motor. This will be more than sufficient to keep up with the rest of the factory, I believe, for quite a long time, so we're good to go. So I'm going to let him sit here and run and let the factory kind of make a few things, and there we go. Just love this. It's too bad everything is so laggy, but it definitely produces. So, okay. We also talked about a problem where we were using a considerable amount of sulfuric acid to make a considerable amount of creeper acid. So there's another way of making creeper acid, and that is by using biofuel. So if we look at the uses on this in here, we can say that with a little bit of biofuel and a little bit of gunpowder and a little bit of water, we can make a little bit of creeper acid. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to give this a test. I'm going to be making lots and lots and lots of titanium because we're going to use the titanium alamide, especially for crafting low density structures here very shortly. I just need to get a reasonable supply. So I came in here and I converted this corner tree farm into a pumpkin farm. We're going to give this a try. Pumpkin farms are a little bit different. Pumpkin farms, gourd farms, so watermelon farms are a little bit different. This is not a managed farm. It's not going to take care and plant these plants for me and do all that kind of stuff. I have to plant them myself and put all that stuff in. But what it will do is it will harvest the pumpkins as they grow or as it sees fit. So I chose this spruce tree system because honestly I think I'm making way too much wood as it is. So we're going to leave the dark oaks in place, and we're going to go ahead and just burn up what this little mess is over here. So I'm just going to get rid of at least that silo's worth of spruce wood, and then we're going to go on. So what I have done, let's see, we got one right here. It's not the fastest thing. I think probably garden cloches would be a little better at this point. We may have to look into them because I think they're growing naturally depending on how much they're getting bone mealed. So we may have to start shuffling some of this pollution over here to help this grow for right now, but we're going to go ahead and give it an experiment. So why am I making pumpkins? Well, because pumpkins can make pumpkin seeds, and one pumpkin, I think as everybody knows, one pumpkin makes 4 seeds. So every single pumpkin is going to get us a decent amount of stuff that we can then make into biogenerated fuels or biofuel. And we've already got 39 of them. So, and that hasn't been running very long, probably 10 minutes. I don't know. It's slow, but it's hopefully will do what we need to do. So what I want to do on this side over here is we took out the little platforms, I got rid of the pipes, and we're going to play with this idea. So what I want to do is I want to craft an immersive engineering assembler to craft the pumpkin seeds or the pumpkins into seeds. So let us, where is my book and my toolbox? Toolbox, where did you go? Toolbox, we need our projector so that we can do this reasonably simply. So it should be on the assembler. So let's just take a look at the assembler. Nothing but a bunch of scaffolding and iron sheet metal and some stuff. It's not really that hard of a structure to make, and this is kind of one of the reasons why I think we're probably not going to be messing with logistics pipes, is because I have the ability to do something like this. Alright, so I want to kind of line it up so that it's about right there, I think. Yes, okay, very nice. And let's place down some blocks. So we got steel scaffoldings, pretty simple. Redstone engineering block, this plus this. Get my rifle out of the way, we don't need it right now. This, where did we do with those? We need the conveyor belts, and the conveyor belts, it doesn't matter which way you place these. I know it's probably going to yell at me, but it doesn't matter which way you place them because you're going to set the output or the input, or whichever one it is, depending on which side you click on. So we're going to do this, and this. Okay, now let's read our manual, wherever my manual went. Did I put it away? Yes. Okay, the manual says to form structure, build it like demonstrated above, and use the hammer on one of the conveyors. The conveyor you clicked on will be the input side. So that's what we want to do. We want to mess with the input side. So the input is going to be on the back. So I need my hammer. Wherever my hammer went, put my hammer down here. And this is going to be the input. All right, so we can put this stuff away for now. All right, so this guy's really cool because it will let you craft up to 3 different recipes recursively, meaning I can use this, and then it'll output it. We're just going to do this, and I know it sounds really silly, to craft pumpkins into seeds. So I'm going to grab one random pumpkin here. We're going to put a pumpkin right here, and you're going to say OK, and I will place this in here. This is the storage for all of the crafting. Now I want to input down here. Actually, it's right there. Should say. We grab that wrench. We don't need it. This is for fluid input. So if you have a recipe that requires fluid, it's usable for that. And I think we want 1 pumpkin at least here so that we can teach this the filter that we want to only keep. Oh, we'll just keep a stack of pumpkins in there at all times, and then connect that to this chest right here and go. And then that should put pumpkins in there. Hopefully. There they go. All right, cool. And that guy needs some power. So we need the power. We have power on us, and I already have the power ran. Cool. Click, go. And it's just going to slowly craft us pumpkins, seeds, over a period of time. Now, I'm doing that for that reason. Plus, these pumpkin seeds can also be used to make, vegetable or plant oil that we can use for the other things. So as we continue to get various plant seeds around, we can put them in that squeezer over there that will then make more plant oil to make our crushers run faster. Alrighty then. So now how are we going to convert that into biofuel? Well, back in the beginning of the pack, we spent a lot of time using biogenerators to make biofuel. So biofuel, or biogenerators, the multi-block structure will make biofuel. I don't want to use the generators. Unfortunately, they're just going to kind of be part of the multi-block that's a waste for right now. And once we get to the point where we can actually use mechanism machines to make this stuff, then we'll probably replace this process with that. But for right now, we're going to use biogenerators. I would like to, let's see, we're going to set the output to the back, so there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks pretty good to me. And we're going to input this product right here. So I'm going to go ahead and break this out and make sure, man, that pickaxe is fast. Okay, there we go. And we're going to make sure we have an unbreakable block down because bombs supposedly can't break this stuff. And we're going to grab some ducts and run the ducts around the front. Maybe we'll even do this. Let's see, there to here and around to, we'll just go up a block. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There we go. And I need a servo. Do I have a servo on me? No, I do not. Where is my box? Is it down already? It is. Okay. And I'm not going to use a massive amount of speed on this, so we're just going to do that. We're going to round robin that so that it individually distributes this stuff. Okay, so then we're going to do our tiny item inputs, our biogenerators, and the inserters, with the inserters facing away from either one of those 2 things so that they do not pick up materials, and the machine controllers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 4 biogenerators ready to not make any power. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this output over here and run it to the back here. And I'm going to change this. We're going to add, where's my pumpkin seeds? Pumpkin seeds, pumpkin seeds, pumpkin seeds, biofuel. Biofuel. we're going to add biofuel as a whitelist, and we're going to go ahead and shut this thing off so that it does no longer pick up. That's got to go all the way over here anyway, so we're going to have to do this, and I need to put those back here and here. Okay, so that's the sulfuric acid output for the system. I'm going to have to clean that mess up. Now I need to bring water over to that thing. Well, water should be this one right here, correct? Yes. Where are we going to come in the building? Right here looks good. Okay. And where is my shovel? Actually, I don't think I'm going to worry about the shovel, other than I think we're going to make a pretty block right there, just so we can see the pretty block. And I'm going to do that. I don't even know why I do this part. Let's pick this up real quick. And where is cobblestone to fill the hole? Because I want to try to maintain the floor in these buildings. I want to make sure that the mobs can't dig up through them. So we're going to just kind of do something like that. All right, so we need to get the water down and around all this. Maybe I put that up one block just to make it a little bit easier to deal with. That goes right there. And then we put that right there. There we go. Okay. Because we have water all the way over here, and I probably actually could just deliver this out the side of the building now that we have that going on, but whatever. Okay, water needs to come all the way down this pipe. So we can put the water in right here, and I want to put this pipe down and this pipe down first so that they don't connect, and disconnect them. Water, 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 down, 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 and break that. Water, water, water. Whoop. That's cool. More pipe, more pipe. And we're going to do this for right now. And then I can put this back together. What was it? It was that block and this block. And we're going to put, yeah, we'll just put one of those right there for right now. Actually, we used the other ones, didn't we? We used the steel scaffolding. Where is my steel scaffolding? Steel scaffolding can go right there. Steel scaffolding can go right here. Then we can put that back. That, and we probably are short one. I'll have to find one and replace it. No big deal. That's how you do that. If you didn't know, you have to place the pipe down first, and then you can put the scaffolding over it, and it makes it look a little bit more contained and a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more organized. I just wish it didn't do that every time it crossed a chunk, but whatever. Okay, so you are going to slowly work down this sulfuric acid. And as soon as it gets rid of the sulfuric acid, it will start to do other processes, more or less. We're going to work this out. I'm going to get a little bit of room in here. So let's turn this on. We currently have 4 seeds, which are being pumped into these guys. So you guys should be making stuff, and we are getting stuff. So excellent. I'm going to split all of these up into U's. This was just some leftover stuff that was laying around. And I'm going to hope that 4 of them can keep up with the process that this requires. That's why I made 4 of them, because it takes 4 each of this thing. So, all right. I think once this finishes its process here, we've got quite a bit left here. I am going to go ahead and connect this like that. And then we need a few servos. So do we have any more servos? The cheap kind? Yes, we do. Whoa, why is my mouse all the way over there? Give me that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes. And that will keep that in stock right there. So go and go and go. Okay, so we're completely out of water, or completely out of acid at this point, hopefully. Yes, doesn't look like there's any acid left in the box. So this should slowly export over there as we make more titanium. So let's go over here and make sure we're making titanium. We are not. Okay, there we go. We're getting to the point where this is almost done. We've filled the bin up there, and this is going to be full here very shortly. So pretty soon this process is going to stop running. But we need it to use a little bit more creeper acid before we can continue on with the process. Okay, so now we should have gunpowder, and we should have biofuel in here. And all I should have to do now is add, I think this is set up with a filter. It can only output that way, can it? So, all right, let's put on this pipe and put water into the system and see if we go to work. And we look like we are, so cool. Let me grab these and get them out of my life. Thank you. Cobblestone. Fill in this ugly hole. Do I have any extra junk? Yeah, that's junk right there. There we go. And fill up the floor. I may have to play with this a little bit. There's only one thing it can output, which is this. So once it gets this used up, we have a little bit of sulfuric acid in there, didn't we? How have I still got a little bit of sulfuric acid in there? Where are you getting sulfuric acid from? Oh. Is this thing making... It can't. Interesting. Are we going down? Where is my bucket? No, it's still full. So, okay. Yeah, the only thing it can output when you don't have if you don't have a filter on it like I have over here, the only thing it can output when we're using these is whatever's in this tank. And this tank is full right now, so the only thing it can output is the creeper acid. So it should be okay no matter what's in here. I may have to watch it and see what it does, but we should have multiple of these machines slowly making us very small stuffs. And there appears to be a reasonable amount of things in here. And I'm just like I said, I think the concerning part is going to be, are these going to be able to keep up enough? Wow, just keep making more circles there, sapling. It's wonderful. Another sapling. Go ahead. Keep going. Good job. You're doing a great job. So we'll just kind of see what happens in here, because I may end up switching this over to some other type crop that produces both wheat seed, or like seeds, and a plant. So like wheat, or whatever the other one is, beetroot or something like that. We might just switch this over. I just wanted to kind of see how well a forestry tree farm would work when making gourds or things like that, so we can just see what happens. So alrighty, that is going to be creeper acid process started over, and it looks like we may be a little bit slower, but you know, whatever, no big deal. As long as I can keep up with this process, I will be happy for now. So let's pick up our boxes. Where did you go? Thank you. Inventory's a mess, and we'll just leave you sitting right there. So touch my ender chest back, put that block back down. Alrighty, so we'll let that run a little bit. I'm going to have to do a little bit more cleanup on that, but that's what we're going to do. So, secondly, today, what I want to do is I want to start to work on this process right here. These are going to be where we're going to put the processors, or the reprocessors, for the uranium 238 into uranium 235. So I want to get a hold of a couple of these processors and get them put down. So what the? That's weird. We can put this right there for right now. We're not going to see it. And that is what we have all of this stuff here. So reprocessor. Processor. If I can spell, Reprocessor. Reprocessor does exactly what it just stated. It just uses up a little bit of the 238 to make 235, and it is a very simple, easy multi-block structure for the most part. We just have to be able to figure out how to loop parts back in order to make the thing make more power. Or make more power, make more stuff. It does require reactor casings, and it does require a bunch of goodies for this stuff. So let's see, I need that, and that, and that, and this. All right, 2 of these, and we need to be able to make them 2 apart, so I want to place down this and this, and if I take this and hold this and sneak it in place, I don't want that put down, that will give me an approximation of what I need to do. So let's go ahead and get these reactor casings down, because I want to start doing this before I make reactors, because we're going to need to do other processes. Where's my glass? There's my glass. Ooh, you know what I didn't grab was glowstone. I don't need that. I have so many leaf bags right now. That. So, tiny item inputs. Why do I have fluid hatches? I don't need fluid hatches. Where did the fluid hatches go? Input, input, input. There they are. I knew I had a bunch of them. Did I just grab that, or did it act like I grabbed it? Okay, so one of those, and the glass, which I thought I grabbed. I did. Reactor glass, and a piece of glowstone. Now that's going to be a pain because I don't have any glowstone on me, I don't believe. Let's check. Nope. Well, we have glowstone over here. Plenty of glowstone over here. And get one of these up and going. So he took his thing. It's just a bunch of plates. In order to get these blocks, you have to chisel them into this type of steel. So if you're having a problem with that, that's how you can make that work. So we're going to do this and this and that and this. And the slabs. And that should change. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? It looks right to me. Missing structure. No, I'm not. Unless I did these wrong. Oh, where it is. Steel blocks. Steel block. Go. Done. Now we're good to go. All right, so this guy, we need to find a little bit of power, hook him up, and start just doing this little process. Redstone is redstone box. More power. Plenty of power here. And I'm going to connect you up like this, and I think I'm going to dive it over the back right there. And I'm probably just going to go ahead and run it right down this for now, because we're going to have another one right here and another one over there. So let's do this for the moment. That fills that up with power. Cool. And we take a stack of this and a stack of this, and we put one of those in this side and one of those in this side. And if we click on the interface, once he's happy, he should start to work. There we go. And this is a really long process. It takes a really long time. But basically what it's going to do, and if we get it over here again, Reprocessor. Gosh, if I could spell. Processor. There you go. A reprocessor takes 40 of the uranium-235, 5 of the uranium-238, and it converts it into 41 of these, 41 of the 235s, and 2 uranium-238s. It can also take waste fuel cells and turn them back into some uranium-238. So what I'm going to do before I get too terribly excited with reactors is the same thing you kind of do with Factorio. I know that the reactor fuel rods, or the fuel that we can make, lasts a really long time in a reactor, but before I make any more of it, or before I make any of those, or before I build any of the reactors, I want to make sure that I have a decent amount of this before we start doing anything else, because part of the fun things with this system here is we're making yellow cake because of yellow science. I don't need to make yellow cake for this process anymore right here, because one of the ways you get it is by crushing uranium ore, and you get two of them. So every uranium ore I get here is two things, whereas in here, if I look at a chemical plant, one uranium ore is a yellow cake, and one yellow cake is one of these. Once you have enough of this, you can stop doing the crushing of yellow cake into uranium. You can just crush the uranium directly into this stuff, and then you run them through a couple of these, and you have all of the 235 you'll ever need. Now the other thing here is this dude right here, the only reason then to make yellow cake is yellow science, unless, and this is the thing we're going to be looking at probably very shortly, is the duplicator. The duplicator, if we get all the way over to here, it takes 12 uranium, 1 electrotene, and 1 of these to make 4 of them. So basically it's a cycle. You just cycle 1 back into the thing and use a lot of power, and you can stop making every single thing it takes to make yellow science. So part of me is going to be probably very soon or shortly converting a lot of this stuff over. Now, as we noticed, that takes a lot of power. I already know. Hello, music. Hello, hello, hi, music. That's awesome. Where is this? Turn that back down. I love the new music, by the way. It's awesome, but it comes in on a little loud once in a while. But with the reprocessor, or the duplicator, yes, here's a reason to use a reactor, because all I have to do is fill it with this stuff here and run it with a reactor, and I'm done. So I think it's a 5x5. I think a 5x5 reactor with just, I think, 3 fuel rods and a few things like that will make like 5,000 RF a tick, so more than enough. So anyhow, I think with all of that being said, I'm going to sit here and let this guy run. See, we've got our extra, so I can put another one back in here. Put that in there, and I'm going to put this in here, and you're just going to sit there and cycle it around until you get a whole bunch of this. And I'm going to probably just use item ducts on this for right now, so I guess we can toss those down. Where is my thing? We'll just grab one of those for right now, and I'm just going to let this cycle. I'm not going to do anything special with it other than that. It's just going to cycle. So if I could actually click where I wanted to click, we'll do this, and done, and done, and a servo, and he can go to work. And then this is just going to cycle. What I will do is I'll probably grab a chest, or I'll have these guys keep a chest of this stuff over here happy, and then we'll just kind of work on it. I'm going to go ahead and get this other one built off camera, and once I get enough to actually run it, we need a few more at this point, I think. I don't know, I have to look. And then we'll go from there. So I guess, guys, that's reprocessing and the new way to make us some creeper acid over here. I'm going to be interested to see what the gourd farm does as far as production, because I'm kind of interested in the amount of seeds that I can get off of it. So anyhow, guys, I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.